and safe. Swedish engineering.
Nicole,
Yes, sir.
saan pwede mag-barbecue dito? Ganun yung sinasabi
This
mo.
way, sir. Papakita ko na sa inyo kung saan kayo pwede mag-barbecue and have a drinks with your friend.
Basta na yun.
Ito po ang
Living the
ating
life.
sun deck.
Sandek na napaka-init. Pero napakaganda. Ang ayos, pwede ko lagyan ng barbecue dyan, pwede ko lagyan ng sopa dito. Nako, napakaganda. Ang ganda ng view. Makikita mo yung mga view.
Mga view, sir. Mga
Makikita mo
buildings.
Mga kapitbahay mo.
Mga kapitbahay.
buildings. Pero parang wala ka sa Tomas mo na to.
Yes, sir. Ganun yung
Oo.
vibe
Paglabas
nitong
mo,
bahay na
kaya
to.
na, dami ng restaurant lahat. Kaya ako, napakaganda rito. Nicole, thank you. Binigyan mo ako ng tour dito.
Yes, sir. It's also our pleasure.
So ngayon, pwede ba ako umutang sa'yo pambili na ito?
Parang ako ata yung utang sa inyo, sir.
Tara na, tara na.
This is not just a lift, it's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home, elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach. This is not just a lift, it's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home, elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach. This is not just a lift, it's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home, elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach. This is not just a lift, it's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home, elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach.
Action continues here in the 32nd Chiang Kai-shek College Evergreen Athletic Association Basketball Tournament. Group A matchups. Batch 88 wearing the all red versus Batch 90 wearing the purple with the neon green trim. And our live broadcast is brought to you by Tire Corp, Toyota Quezon Avenue, Toyota Valenzuela, Mamacita's HD Group of Companies, Metro Summit Realty, H. Dorona Elevator Philippines, HD Mega Trucks and Equipment Incorporated, Real Peak Brokers, iStudio, Happy Cow Chocolate Chip Cookies, and Aero Center. My name is Diego Da Paz, bringing you the action tonight from courtside. It's a grudge match between these two squads as we are about to close out the elimination round of play. This is the penultimate game day of the second round here in Group A. So things are starting to heat up here, especially that both of these teams are in the top two of our standings in Group A. Batch 88 still undefeated at 6-0. Batch 1990 got their only taste of defeat against this very same Batch 1990 team, 67-58 last April 23. Driving play there by Gary Gan, and he gets fouled. So Gary Gan, part of the starting lineup here, together with Richmond Dew, Jimson C, Joan Ong, and Gilbert Ngee. And we will run down the starters for Batch 88 in a moment. .16 on the shot clock. Right now, Batch 88 running a motion play here, trying to move the ball around, and the jumper won't go through for Peter Nang. But on the putback, it's good for the first two of the ball game, courtesy of Jonathan Ong. We are tied so far in this one, 2-all. Richmond Dew backing down Dennis Gonzalo. Shot clock down to 7. 2 minutes gone by here in the opening period. Offensive rebound won by Gilbert Ngee. They send it back out to Dew for 3. That one iron deficient and goes out of bounds. Starting fives, by the way, for Batch 88, that's Nielsen Ngo, together with Peter Nang, Jonathan Ong, Dennis Gonzalo, and Stephen Howe. Joan Ong directing traffic here. They go back inside to Ong. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Joan Ong badly misses on that reverse. Gary Gan, he got caught shuffling his feet to the wrong beat. Now here comes Batch 88. Peter Nang. How? Straight away, 3! 1, 2, 3. And what a way to get yourself into the scoring column. Stephen Howe launches and deals that 3. And it's a 5-2 start in favor of Batch 88, trying to pick up where they left off in their last meeting. Peter Nang pushes the ball forward. Now Dennis Gonzalo attacking and gets that right hand finish for his first 2 of the night. 7-2 in favor of Batch 88. Gilbert Ngee sends it out. Now with Gary Gan. 10 on the shot clock. They go back to Ngee. Now in the hands here of Jimson C. C tries to go glass to no avail. Offensive rebound. They send it out. And it's Richmond Dew with a straightaway triple. It's now 7-5. Still in favor of Batch 88. Empty possession there for Batch 88. Jimson C pushes it forward. Gary Gan attacks and uses the glass and in. 4 points in the ball game for Gary Gan. And we are tied at 7-all. Points concentrated between Gan and Richmond Dew. 12 on the shot clock here for Batch 88. Peter Nang launches the three. Got it! (10-7) in favor of Batch 88. Gary Gan directing traffic here. Swings it to Gilbert Ngee. Straightaway jumper. Couldn't connect. Now here's Peter Nang pushing the pace. Nang sends it out to Howe. 12 on the shot clock. Now with Jonathan Ong. Ong backing down his defender. Gonzalo. Awkward looking shot there. But it will stay with Batch 88. Ronnie Ong will make his first appearance, replacing Nielsen Ngo. Christopher Rodriguez and Henderberg Ting enters the fray for Batch 90. Also got Frederick Chong making his first appearance, replacing Jonathan Ong. Gonzalo misses that long shot. Now they go to Stephen Howe. Howe misses from close range, and Ronnie Ong, offensive rebound and putback combo for the Deuce. First two of the ball game to extend their advantage to 5 points, 12-7. Plenty of time on the shot clock here for Batch 90. Christopher Rodriguez, sharp on his jumper. Gary Gan fades, fires, gets fouled. Foul is on Batch 88's Peter Nang. Stephen Howe and Dennis Gonzalo will check out. So quick swaps here for Coach Joseph Realista. Two out of two from the line here for Gary Gan. 6 points already. With time winding down to the final 4 minutes of the opening period. Jerryson Ko feeds Ronnie Ong. Ong with a couple of bumps here. And there's a foul called, and it's against Gilbert Ngee. That's his first. 3 minutes and 40 left in the first quarter, and we got our first break in the action. A timeout called here by Batch 88. Their lead down to 3 points, 12-9.
This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift. Now within your reach. This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift. Now within your reach. This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent.
12 seconds on the shot clock here for Batch 88 coming off their own timeout. Ronnie Ong trying to find an opening. Foul line J wayward and failed to hit rim. 3 minutes and 22 left here in the opening period. Jimson C, Christopher Rodriguez. Dennis Chua, fresh entry here for Batch 90. A turnover force here by Batch 88. Peter Nang. Well marked there by Rodriguez. Kicks it out to Jerison Ko. Now Ronnie Ong with 12 on the shot clock. Ong, straight away 3. That one's an air ball. But a great save there. But unfortunately, nobody was there to receive that Frederick Chong save. Two and 37 left here in the opening period. 3-point advantage here for Batch 88. Gilbert Nice sends it out. Jimson C for 3. No good. And the ball will go the way of Batch 88. Peter Nang checking out. And in comes Eric Tan for the first time tonight. Approaching the final 2 minutes of the first quarter. Ronnie Ong driving. Puts it up off the glass and in. The bank is open for Ronnie Ong. Late on a Monday here. 14-9. Batch 90 needs to string up some baskets here if they don't want this to get out of hand quickly. Baseline J too strong for Gilbert Nyi. Goes out of bounds off of Batch 1990. Joan Ong returns, replaces Gilbert Nyi. And Jimson C also checks out of the ball game. Giovanni Ang makes his first appearance for Batch 1990 tonight. Ronnie Ong, long 2. Left it short. Offensive rebound won by Richard Ang. Couldn't capitalize off that offensive board. Outlet pass picked away by Eric Tan. Eric Tan calling for some numbers. Shot clock down to 7 here. The spin. Ronnie Ong drives. And he gets called for steps. Officials say that he shuffled his feet like a deck of cards and turned the ball over. 1 minute and 3 remaining here in the opening period. Dennis Chua now. Sends it out to Giovanni Ang. 10 seconds on the shot clock with under a minute left. And Christopher Rodriguez throws the ball away. Quick inbound here by Frederick Chong. Jerison Ko directing traffic. Tried to send the ball inside, but tapped away by Christopher Rodriguez. Active hands right there, preventing the interior pass going to Frederick Chong. Dennis Gonzalo brought in for some offensive firepower. Checking out of the game will be Richard Ang. Gonzalo trying to attack baseline. Overshoots the mark. Joan Ong with the rebound. Half a minute remaining here in the first quarter. Giovanni Ang sends it to Dennis Chua. Giovanni Ang at the left wing. Giovanni Ang attacks. Got a foul on the play. A reach and variety called against Jerison Ko. Team foul number 3 against Batch 88. Dennis Chua. Straightaway jumper. Gets held down by Frederick Chong. There'll be 2 free throws for Dennis Chua. Still hasn't gotten on the board yet for Batch 90. First free throw goes in. 12.8 seconds left here in the opening period. He goes 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. Peter Nang back in the fray, replacing Frederick Chong for some offensive firepower for their last possession this period. 3-point advantage here for Batch 88. Oh, quick trigger jumper there for Peter Nang. 5 points already in the ball game, and that will end the first quarter of action. And it's 16-11 in favor of Batch 1988 over Batch 90. Don't go anywhere. Group A action here in your 32nd Chiang Kai-shek College Evergreen Athletic Association basketball tournament. Will return in a moment. This is your 32nd Chiang Kai-shek College Evergreen Athletic Association basketball tournament Group A action. And our broadcast is brought to you by Tire Corp, Toyota Quezon Avenue, Toyota Valenzuela, Mamacitas, HD Group of Companies, Metro Summit Realty, H. Dorona Elevator Philippines, HD Mega Trucks and Equipment Incorporated, Real Peak Brokers, Ice Studio, Happy Cow Chocolate Chip Cookies, and Aero Center. 5-point advantage here for Batch 88 against Batch 90. Battle of 1 versus 2. Here in our main event attraction for tonight. Closing out this will be this is the second to the last playing date of the elimination round, and come Thursday it will be Batch 1988 closing out their elimination round campaign against Batch 1990. Batch 1989, while Batch 1990 will face Batch 1984 to close out their campaign. .908 left here in the second, and there's a foul as Alan Chang trying to go up there on that shot. Referees say it was not in the act of shooting. Or check that, it was tapped out of bounds. Great stop for Batch 1990. 8 seconds on the shot clock here. Ronnie Ong trying to make his move against Christopher Rodriguez. Shot clock down to 2. Sneaks through, and Ronnie Ong gets it up and in as the shot clock buzzer sounded. 7-point advantage here for Batch 88, 18-11. Dennis Chua. Shot off target. Ronnie Ong gets a rebound. Ong trying to go coast to coast. Ong tries to go glass, and it just was chewed up and spat out by the rim. He will have his chance to get 2 more on the board from the 4.5 meter stripe. (18-11) is our count. Ong's first free throw is good. Does not waste any motions or time in putting up his attempts. Gets 2 out of 2 from the line. 8 points already tonight to lead all scorers of Batch 88, while Gary Gan with 6 points as Batch 90 stuck at 11 since the end of the first quarter. Gilbert Nye, jumper no good. Ronnie Ong with another rebound. Peter Nang pushing pace, sends it out. Steven Howe for 3, hits the front of the rim. Dennis Chua on the counter attack, 1-on-2. Dennis Chua's shot chewed up and spat out by the rim. There's a foul called against Dennis Chua, trying to get that offensive board, but instead gave up some contact. 15 on the shot clock. They go downstairs, and the shot is up and good. Peter Dang Credit that assist to Ronnie Ong. Batch 1990 will call this timeout with 7:20 left here in the second quarter.
This is not just a lift, it's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home, elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach. This is not just a lift, it's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home, elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach. This is not just a lift, it's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home, elevate your lifestyle.
This is your 32nd Chiang Kai-shek College Evergreen Athletic Association Basketball Tournament Group A Elimination Round matchup. Batch 1988 leading the way against Batch 1990. 22-11. Touchdown finish right there for Peter Nang. Ronnie Ong with that nifty assist, both of them with 4 points apiece in this 8-0 rally that has broken the game wide open. Now a 13-point advantage here. A Baker's dozen lead for Batch 1988. And finally that spell broken here by Jeffrey Young with that shot down low. So it took about a good 3.5 minutes almost for Batch 1990 to get their first 2 points of the second period. Stephen Howe throws up a prayer that went unanswered. Young with an outlet pass. Whoa, what a save by Dennis Chua. But Henderberg Ting could not get the finish. Ting on the second try, no dice still. Rebound secured by Alan Chang. 4 minutes down, 6 to go here in the second period. Ong, his pass went awry there. And now on the attack, Dennis Chua gets fouled. And the foul is called against Peter Nang. That's his second. Back to the free throw line goes Dennis Chua, where he earlier went 2 out of 2. First free throw off target. One for 2 from the line. 3 points already for the night as he troops back to the bench. Gary Gann back in the fold, trying to add more to his 6 points of total so far tonight. 15 on the shot clock. Ronnie Ong from inside the keyhole drains it. Automatic from that area. 6 points already in the period for 10 total in the match. Gary Gann shuffled his feet and got caught by our officials. Quick inbound here for Batch 88. Peter Nang, forward pass to Stephen Howe. 17 on the shot clock. Howe gives it inside to Jonathan Ong, but a reach and foul called against Richmond Dew. That's his first. That's team foul number 3 on Batch 1990. Halfway through the second quarter, Stephen Howe badly misses on that 3-point attempt. It's a 4-on-3. Gilbert Yee, or should we say that's Gary Gann with a triple. And now the Batch 1990 machine starting to hum here in the latter half of the second quarter. Ronnie Ong with a zip pass there going to Alan Chang. They send the ball out. Great recovery here by Stephen Howe. 6 on the shot clock. Ronnie Ong from outside the foul circle. Offensive rebound won by Jonathan Ong and was able to get that foul against Jeffrey Young. That's the last foul to give here for Batch 1990 this second quarter. Ronnie Ong will get a well-deserved rest on the bench. Nielsen Ngo back in. Stephen Howe misses that three-pointer off the inbound. Gary Gan attacks, and he will head to the line for two. Nielsen Ngo was caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Stephen Howe checks out of the ball game. And before we continue with the broadcast, we would like to give a quick shout out to an interested viewer in Sean Howe, the son of Stephen Howe. It's now 26-18 as Gan splits that those free throws earlier. And now it's Dennis Gonzalo heading to the foul line on the other end. Gonzalo misses the first of two. Gonzalo could make this a 9-point ball game with a split at the foul line. And yes, he does. Not the usual numbers here for Dennis Gonzalo, only with 3 points tonight. But we got another break in the action, this time with the final 3 minutes and 43 of the second quarter upon us. We'll be back in a moment.
This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach. This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach. This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach.
3 minutes and 41 remaining here in the second quarter. Also on the line, by the way, here in this battle tonight. Possibly a bye from the opening round of the playoffs here in Group A. As we saw a shot up and in from Gilbert Ngee earlier on that last possession for batch 1990. We got a foul on the play called against Dennis Gonzalo. Two minutes and 58 left here in the second quarter. 20 on the shot clock here for batch 88. Richmond Dew. Gary Gan. Attacking. Drops it off to me. Christopher Rodriguez. Baseline shot a little too strong. Still scoreless, by the way, in the ball game. Also uncharacteristic for Christopher Rodriguez. 14 on the shot clock. Now Gonzalo. Bobbled the basketball momentarily. Sends it out to Jonathan Ong. They go up top to Jerison Ko. 4 on their shot clock. They need to put up a shot here. Throws up the prayer. And it's sharp for Jerison Ko. 2 minutes and 12 remaining. Here comes the fast break attack. Left-handed finish a little too strong for Dennis Chua. Now Peter Nang. Feeds it to Nielsen Ngo with a hook shot. That won't go through. Richmond Dew with a rebound in the outlet pass. Inside hand finish is good for Dennis Chua. 29-22 is our tally, with a minute and 44 remaining here in the second. 16 on the shot clock. Peter Nang whiffs up an air ball on the baseline J. Richmond Dew. Stop and pop three. No siree. Rebound one by Jerison Ko. Pushes it forward to Jonathan Ong. Ong against Gilbert Ngee. Ong double teamed. And what a stop right there for Gilbert Ngee. Gary Gan. And was able to fish a foul against Nielsen Ngo. Ronnie Ong back in the ball game together with Richard Ang, replacing Jonathan Ong, as well as Jerison Ko. Gan at the line for 2 shots. Sinks the first. 5 points here in the second quarter for 11 points total. Now with 12. Batch 1988 calls their final timeout of the first half. With 1:14 remaining here in the second quarter. Don't go anywhere.
This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift. Now within your reach. This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift. Now within your reach.
We are a minute and 12 away from hitting the intermission of this battle between Batch 88 and Batch 1990. 5-point advantage here for Batch 88. In the final moments of the second period, Ronnie Ong got hammered on the way to the basket. And they called a foul against Gary Gan. .3 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. First free throw is good for Ronnie Ong to make this a 6-point ball game, 30-24. One for 2 from the line. To hike his total now to 11 points. Gary Gan tried to go inside to Christopher Rodriguez, but the pass tapped away by Eric Tan. 13 seconds on the shot clock here for Batch 90. An opportunity to get a 2-for-1 opportunity here. Drive to the hole and nearly goes in for Dennis Chua. Instead, he will head to the line for a pair of freebies. Dennis Gonzalo returns. And he will replace Jerison Ko. First free throw rattles in for Dennis Chua. 4 points here in the second quarter for a total of 6. He could make it 7, but no good on that second free throw. Now Peter Nang. 2-for-1 opportunity here for Batch 88. Fails to connect. And the rebound secured by Gary Gan. Gan pushing pace. Gan going downstairs, coast to coast. Couldn't make it down low. Joan Ong had the ball stripped away by Peter Nang. 20.4 seconds remaining. 8 seconds difference between game and shot clock here for Batch 90. .12 seconds to shoot. Kickball violation on Ronnie Ong. Fresh 14 on the shot clock here for Batch 90. 5 seconds difference between game and shot clock. Alan Chang returns for Richard Ang for Batch 88. Chua with the inbound to Joan Ong. Ong spins, twirls, and fires it from down low. Joan Ong with his first 2 off the ball game. 9 seconds remaining for Batch 88 as they've got one more try at the basket here. Peter Nang, baseline J, baby that one, And that will end 2 quarters of play here inside Chiang Kai-shek College Main Gymnasium in Tondo, Manila. It's down to a 3-point advantage for Batch 88 against Batch 90, 30-27. We'll be right back with second half of action here in Group A of your 32nd Chiang Kai-shek College Evergreen Athletic Association Basketball Tournament.
Nicole,
Yes, sir.
saan pwede mag-barbecue dito? Ganun yung sinasabi
This
ko.
way, sir. Papakita ko na sa inyo kung saan kayo pwede mag-barbecue and have a drinks with your friend.
Ito na yun.
Ito po ang
Living the
ating
life.
sun deck.
Sandek na napaka-init. Pero napakaganda. Ang ayos, pwede ko lagyan ng barbecue dyan, pwede ko lagyan ng sopa dito. Nako, napakaganda. Ang ganda ng view. Makikita mo yung mga view.
Mga view, sir. Mga
Makikita mo
buildings.
Mga kapitbahay mo.
Mga kapitbahay.
buildings. Pero parang wala ka sa Tomas mo na to.
Yes, sir. Ganun yung
Oo.
vibe
Paglabas
nitong
mo,
bahay na
kaya
to.
na, dami ng restaurant lahat. Kaya ako, napakaganda dito. Nicole, thank you. Binigyan mo ako ng tour dito.
Yes, sir. It's also our pleasure.
So ngayon, pwede ba akong umutang sa'yo pambili na ito?
Parang ako ata yung utang sa inyo, sir.
Tara na, tara na.
Action in the 32nd Chiang Kai-shek College Evergreen Athletic Association Basketball Tournament Group A resumes with this penultimate game day matchup between top two squads, Batch 88 and Batch 1990. 3-point advantage here for Batch 1990 against by Batch 88 against Batch 1990, heading into the third quarter of action, 30-27. This Diego de La Paz bringing you the action from courtside from the Chiang Kai-shek College Main Gymnasium in Tondo, Manila. Leading scores so far for Batch 88, that's 11 points. By the way, that's the first three-pointer of the ball game for Stephen Howe. It's a 6-point advantage here for Batch 1988 against Batch 1990. Ronnie Ong leading all scorers, by the way, for Batch 88 with 11 points. while Peter Nang not far behind with 9 points. And for batch 1990, leading the way for them is Gary Gan with 12 points, followed by Dennis Chua with 6 points. Now batch 1990 trying to get some offense going, and they throw the ball away. Jimson C, a bit careless on that possession right there for batch 1990. Gonzalo to Howe, back to Gonzalo. That was a tough jumper from the baseline that won't connect. Now Jimson C going under the attack. Tried to drop the basketball to Dennis Chua. And the ball will go back to batch 1988. Peter Nang pushes pace. Leaves it to Stephen Howe. Now they go to Gonzalo. Gonzalo drives, tries, and makes it off the glass. 5 points in the ball game already for Dennis Gonzalo. Under 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Jimson C directing traffic from the right wing. Sends it to Joan Ong down the middle. Gilbert Ngee, extra pass to Joan Ong. Tried to find Henderberg Ting, but Henderberg Ting could not get to the basketball as quickly as he could. Now batch 1988 quickly to their front court. They swing it to Howe. Howe, they go to Gonzalo, who unfortunately did not establish position in bounds as he was cutting baseline. Dennis Chua. 17 on the shot clock here for batch 1990. They need to start stringing a couple of baskets here and get some stops. Jimson C misses that jumper. Now Ronnie Ong calling for calm here. But Peter Nang decides to push forward. Ong at the front court. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Stephen Howe, another three-pointer! Bing! Bang! Boom! 38-27. And batch 88 starting to catch fire from beyond the arc as their lead now at 11 points, 38-27. 15 on the 24. Joan Ong operating down low to no avail. A little too strong on that one. And Ronnie Ong hauls down the rebound. Peter Nang fakes. Decides to kick it out. Stephen Howe, another three. Off target. Long rebound won here by Dennis Chua. Chua going downstairs. Rack attack. Tried to go coast to coast but couldn't get it to drop. Peter Nang. Howe. Back to Nang. Drops it off for Gonzalo. Gets the hoop. The harm. The three-point play the hard way. 4 points here in the quarter for Gonzalo for a total of 7 in the match. And that's Henderberg Ting getting that last foul. Ceasefire called on the floor by batch 1990 as they start to smell smoke. That could be a fire somewhere. And we'll be back in a moment.
This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach. This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach. This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach.
Under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter of action. Dennis Gonzalo will head to the line for that bonus free throw off that foul earlier by Henderberg Ting. It's now a baker's dozen 13-point lead here for Batch 88 against Batch 1990, and a battle of two titans here in Group A. Gonzalo hits the bonus off that timeout. Seemingly not phased, even though Batch 1990 tried to freeze him at the free throw line. Bleeding continues here for Batch 1990, as they have yet to find the bottom of the cup here in the third quarter, as we are nearing the halfway mark. Rodriguez, extra pass, nice find to a cutting Jimson C, but he got contact on the way up. We'll go to the line for 2 shots. (41-27) is our tally. 0 for 2 from the line there for Jimson C. He gets his own miss. Launches one from the left wing to no avail. Christopher Rodriguez still continues to struggle. And on the rebounding play, a foul called against Ronnie Ong. (41-27) is our tally. 14-point advantage here for Batch 1988. 12 on the shot clock. Gary Gann for 3, and it rolls in. 15 points for the night for Gary Gann, and that's his second 3-pointer of the ball game. Finally breaks the Batch 1990 cold spell. Alan Chang misses that baseline J. Now Batch 1990 trying to go back-to-back from deep. Gary Gann couldn't get it to drop. Now Richmond Dew. Oh, and he stepped first before dribbling, and it was an easy traveling call by our officials. 11-point deficit staring in the face of Batch 1990 as we are down to the final 4 minutes and 44 of the third quarter. They swing the basketball to Richard Ang. Now Alan Chang. Extra pass. Richard Ang hits the front of the rim on that triple attempt. Richmond Dew gives it out to Jimson C. Now Gary Gann going downhill. Gann. There's a foul on the play. Will be 2 shots for Gary Gann. Foul is called on Richard Ang. Four minutes and 17 left here in the third quarter. Still enough time for Batch 1990 to make a comeback, but again, it's missed free throws like this that doesn't help their cause. Gann goes 1 out of 2 from the line. 4 points in the quarter. 16 points in total. Ronnie Ong backing down Gary Gann. Sends it back. Peter Nang gets his shot deflected. Now Dennis Gonzalo returns to the ball game for Peter Nang. In comes Jerison Ko for Richard Ang. 10 seconds on the shot clock here for Batch 88. Off the inbound. That was a smart move to find Jonathan Ong, but he was a little too deep underneath the basket. Gilbert Ngee gets a rebound. And now Batch 1990 trying to dictate tempo here. Dew. Nice find to Christopher Rodriguez down low. Finally gets his first 2 off the ball game. And what a time to do so. Then now, especially they're down by 8 after that last 2-pointer down low. Ronnie Ong now defended by Jimson C. Now double team. Nice find to Dennis Gonzalo. Wild miss on that shot. 1 on the shot clock. 3-pointer at the buzzer. Too strong. And that's a shot clock violation against Batch 88 against Jerison Call. Rare turnover there by Batch 88. Eight-point ball game. In comes Nielsen Ngo, replacing Alan Chang. Approaching the final 3 minutes of the third quarter. Richmond Dew looking at his options. Give it up to Gilbert Yee. Nice dive by Gary Gan, who gets fouled on the way up. And they call the foul against Ronnie Ong. That's his second personal. Gary Gan could make this a 6-point ball game if he hits both. Spoke too soon. This one to make this a 7-point ball game. 1 for 2 for Gary Gan. 5 points here in the third quarter for a total of 17 for the night. Ronnie Ong. Oh, there's a blocking foul called against Batch 1990. And that's on Jimson C. That's his first personal foul. That was just the second team foul against Batch 1990 in this third quarter. 9 on the shot clock. Ong backing down his defender. Sends it out. Jerison Call with the long two. Hits the heel of the rim. Rebound battle there. And it's won by Batch 88. It's off the leg of Gilbert Yee. Stephen Howe returns to the ball game, replacing Nielsen Ngo, possibly for some 3-point sniping. 5 on the shot clock here for Jerison Call. And that will be another shot clock violation called against Batch 88. They couldn't put up the shot up in time. Seven-point deficit staring into the face of Batch 1990 as we are headed to the final 2 minutes of the third. Richmond Dew, 17 on the shot clock. Sends it to the corner. Tried to go for the two-man play. It's stolen away by Jonathan Ong. Dennis Gonzalo going downhill. That's a 3-on-2. What a feed downstairs to Jonathan Ong. 4 points in the ball game, and also chalk up that assist to Dennis Gonzalo. Minute and 48 left here in the third. Rodriguez swings it to Jimson C. Straight away 3. No dice. Ronnie Ong gets a rebound and a reach and foul against Gilbert Yee. One minute and 35 left. Couple of swaps here for Batch 1990. That's a second on Gilbert Yee. And he goes back to the bench. And in comes Jeffrey Young. Henderberg Ting also back in the fold here for Batch 1990. Ronnie Ong. Shovel pass back to Dennis Gonzalo. Off balance shot won't go through. And now Gary Gan to the front court. Gan open 3. That one left short. Offensive rebound by Jeffrey Young. Swings it to Henderberg Ting. Now Richmond Dew, a 3 of his own. Yes, sirree! Richmond Dew with a second 3-pointer of the night for 6 points in total. 43-37 is our tally. 50 seconds left in the third period. Gonzalo, crowded left wing here for Batch 88. How? Shot clock down to 5 now. Call whiffs up a prayer that didn't hit. And we got 2 men down in Gonzalo and Christopher Rodriguez, who bumped there earlier. And Henderberg Ting with a see you later. First 2 points of the ball game with 27.1 seconds remaining. And looks like we got a timeout on the floor called by Batch 1988, and we will return in a moment.
This is not just a lift, it's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home, elevate your lifestyle. A Retco home lift, now within your reach. This is not just a lift, it's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home, elevate your lifestyle. A Retco home lift, now within your reach. This is not just a lift, it's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home.
Final 20 seconds of the third quarter. And this batch 88 lead down to 4, but Ronnie Ong with the flamethrower from the perimeter. With his first 2 points of the third quarter, believe it or not, and that's a backcourt violation called against batch 1990 with 6.5 remaining here in the third quarter. Last shot time here for batch 88 as they try to weather the storm. Eric Tan returns to the ball game for Jonathan Ong. 3 seconds remaining. Gonzalo with a drive. Misses it from point blank, and that's how we will end the third quarter of action. 6-point advantage here for batch 88 over batch 1990, 45-39. Don't go anywhere. Group A action here in the 32nd Chiang Kai-shek College Evergreen Athletic Association Basketball Tournament will return. This broadcast of the 32nd Chiang Kai-shek College Evergreen Athletic Association Basketball Tournament Group A is brought to you by Tire Corp, Toyota Quezon Avenue, Toyota Valenzuela, Mamacitas HD Group of Companies, Metro Summit Realty, H. Dorana Elevator Philippines, HD Mega Trucks and Equipment Incorporated, Real Peak Brokers, iStudio, Happy Cow Chocolate Chip Cookies, and Aero Center. Dennis Gonzalo. What a recovery there. Deflecting Henderberg Ting's 3-point shot. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Richmond Dew with a flamethrower from beyond the arc. And that will bring batch 1990 within 3 points. It's now 45-42. Very close one here, by the way. So in the first quarter, it was 16-11 in favor of batch 88. In the second period, batch 1990 pulled back 16-14, while here in the third quarter, batch 88 went just led by 3 points, 15-12 in terms of a quarter scoring here. Oh, and a block there by Ronnie Ong, sending away that close range shot there by Kevin Franco. Franco and Ronnie Ong going at it there on this box and one defense by batch 1990, but Dennis Gonzalo knocking down that jumper. Eight minutes and 12 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. We got a close one here. 5-point lead here for batch 88. Young Tries to send it down low, but intercepted by Peter Nang. Nang drops it to Gonzalo on the 2-on-1. Couldn't get it to drop. Peter Nang with the save. Now numbers go back here for batch 1990. And Jeffrey Yung gets the steal. Yung going on a downhill attack. The drive and kick to Dew for 3! Bang! Bang! Boom! 12 points for the night already for Richmond Dew. It's down to a 2-point ball game in favor of batch 88. This one as good as advertised between the top two squads here in Group A of your 32nd Chiang Kai-shek College Evergreen Athletic Association Basketball Tournament. Franco called for that foul. And back in comes Eric Tan, replacing Stephen Howe. Gonzalo to trigger the inbound. Gonzalo gets it back from Ronnie Ong. Ball tapped away by Rodriguez. Recovered by batch 88. Shot clock down to 5. They need to put a shot up here. 3 on the way. Won't go through for Eric Tan. 7 minutes to go on this one. Rodriguez swings it to Franco. Open 3. A little too sharp. Now Gonzalo heading this 3-on-3 attack for batch 88. Gonzalo trying to wait for numbers. Eric Tan now to Peter Nang. Box and 1 here on Ronnie Ong. He receives it against Franco. Ong from inside the keyhole buries it. Ronnie Ong, after that 11-point explosion in the first half, only has 4 points so far here in the second half. His first 2 of the fourth quarter. 4-point advantage here for batch 88. Franco marked here by Peter Nang. He tried to go to Dew. Dew lost his footing. And it's a shot clock violation called against batch 1990. .6:01 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. Eric Tan now to Peter Nang. 17 to shoot here for batch 88. Ong for 3. Off to the left. Henderberg Ting with the rebound. Now they go to Gary Gan. Gan, not enough numbers here for batch 1990. They send it to Ting. Launches it and deals! Henderberg Ting with his first 3-pointer of the night. 5 points here, all in the second half. And it's down to a 1-point lead for batch 88. Gonzalo. Now to Eric Tan. Peter Nang, baseline J to stop the bleeding. First 2 of the second half for Peter Nang. Went scoreless in the third quarter. Richmond Dew. Gary Gan. Marked here by Peter Nang. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Gan drives left. Nearly throws the ball away. Great recovery from Jeffrey Young, and he gets fouled. And they call a holding foul against Ronnie Ong in that one. That's his third personal foul. Jeffrey Young so far with only 2 points. That was in the second quarter. The second free throw could make this a 2-point ball game. Fails to capitalize on that one. Now Gonzalo pushes it forward to Ronnie Ong. Ong attacking right. Ong gets fouled. Holding foul called against batch 1990. And they call it against Gary Gan. That's his third personal foul. Young checks out of the ball game, replaced by Gilbert Ngee. 4-point ball game. It's out of 2 from the line. Five-point ball game in favor of batch 88. Gary Gan launches from the right wing. Couldn't connect. Ronnie Ong with the rebound. 4 minutes and 22 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Ong sets it to the corner. Eric Tan now to the top of the key. Dennis Gonzalo all alone. Great cut to the bottom of the basket there for Dennis Gonzalo. Twelve points for the night for Dennis Gonzalo. 14 on the shot clock as we are less than 4 minutes away from the conclusion of this match. Gary Gan was able to get that foul on the play. Jimson C returns to the ball game for batch 1990. "14 seconds on the shot clock. C with 10 on the 24. Gan lost his footing, sends it to Henderberg Ting at the corner. And a foul was called. A bailout foul was called on Dennis Gonzalo. A pushing variety. And I believe that's Gonzalo's second personal foul, and yes, it is. Less than 3.5 to go in this one. Not a safe lead by any space of the imagination here. 7-point advantage for batch 88 against batch 90. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Gan. The runner missed by Jimson C. Second lease on life here for batch 1990. Gary Gan buries that jumper. 19 points for the night for Gary Gan. That's his first 2 points of the fourth and final quarter. We are down to the midnight hours of this one, and Dennis Gonzalo lost the basketball on the way up. And officials corrected that last call. It was off of Jimson C. 7 seconds on the shot clock for batch 88. Their lead down to 5 points. Peter Nang sends it to Ronnie Ong. He's double teamed. Ong turns, and that shot didn't even draw iron. 2 minutes and 45 left here in the final canto. Jimson C looking at his options. Finds Gilbert Ngee downstairs. Ngee badly misses on that one. Rodriguez with a save to Jimson C. And C gets fouled on the way to the cup. Foul is called against Peter Nang. That's his third personal foul. 2 minutes and 26 to go in this one. If Jimson C makes this, he would at least put some pressure here on batch 88. Oh, that's a sorry miss right there from Jimson C on the first free throw. Still scoreless tonight. Second free throw won't go through as well. It will stay with batch 90. 12 seconds on the shot clock for them. Henderberg Ting checks out. Richmond Dew trying to get some three-pointers down. Jimson C with the inbound to Richmond Dew. Pressured here by Eric Tan. Shot clock down to 10. Dew for three. Yes, sirree! Third three-pointer of the fourth quarter. 15 points tonight for Richmond Dew, and it's down to a 2-point ball game. And we are down to the last 2 minutes of this one. Ronnie Ong with the fake. Ball tapped away by Jimson C. Ong recovers. Misses from the side of the backboard. And now Batch 1990. Oh, and a turnover called against Gary Gann. He shuffled his feet like a deck of cards, and our officials were quick to see that. And it's a turnover. Match 1988 now. Ronnie Ong nearly gets the 3-point play. Instead, he will head to the line, where he has made 5 free throws tonight. First free throw automatic there for Ronnie Ong. 5 points here in the fourth quarter. $18 points in total after that split from the free throw line. A minute and a half remaining here in this fourth and final quarter. 3 points separating these two teams, and Gonzalo gets the steal, but down on the ground, that's Gary Gann. One minute and 17 left here in the fourth and final quarter. And you will want to see something like that. And Gary Gann slowly getting up off the floor. He is trying to shake off hitting the deck earlier. Crucial stage of the ball game right here, with Batch 1990 down 3 points, 56-53. Next basket here by Batch 88 could be an early dagger. One minute and 15 left in this ball game. We resume play. Gonzalo looking at his options. Directing traffic here. Shot clock down to 9. They go to Peter Nang. He got some action downstairs, and there's a double foul called. Ronnie Ong of Batch 88, and then Batch 90's Dennis Chua. So that's 4 on Ronnie Ong, and that's unofficially 2 on Dennis Chua. And yes, it's the second on Dennis Chua. Ball will remain here with Batch 88. So both Dennis Chua and Ronnie Ong are being reminded by our officials to not be so handsy on defense. Gonzalo quickly double team. Peter Nang for 3. And the dagger, no good. There's a foul on the play. And it's called against Jonathan Ong. And that'll be 2 free throws for Batch 88. That's the first personal foul on Jonathan Ong. And heading to the line for possibly 2 of the most important free throws of the ball game, Christopher Rodriguez. Only with 2 points so far tonight for the scavenging forward. And Rodriguez bricks the first free throw. One out of 2 for Christopher Rodriguez. Cuts this deficit down to just 2 points, 56 to 54. Under a minute to go in this one. Batch 1988 trying to add some more cushion to their lead. Shot clock down to 10. Ronnie Ong fakes, trying to make a move against Gilbert Ngee. Lost the basketball. Rodriguez recovers. Now here comes Batch 1990. Richmond Dew. We know what he could do. Drops it off for Ngee and throws it away. Gilbert Ngee was not able to get into the possession of that Richmond Dew pass. And now Batch 1988 will call their penultimate timeout with 23.1 seconds left here in the fourth and final quarter.
This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach. This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach. This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach.
We got an exciting one here inside Chiang Kai-shek College main gymnasium in Tondo, Manila. 2-point advantage here for Batch 88 against Batch 1990. Again, as good as advertised, Batch 88 still undefeated this season with that 6-0 record. Batch 1990 5-1. Ronnie Ong still at the backcourt, marked here by Gilbert Ngee. Ong crosses the timeline. Ong breaks away. Holding foul called against Jimson C. And that will send Ronnie Ong to the free throw line. And we got some extra commotion right there, right in front of the Batch 1990 bench, as Giovanni Ang had to be held back. .3 seconds remaining in this one, and Ronnie Ong, all important free throws. First free throw trickles in. .19 points tonight for Ronnie Ong. This one for 20, and yes, he does. Timeout called by Batch 1990 with 14.3 seconds remaining, and they're down by 4 points.
This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach. This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach. This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift, now within your reach.
14.3 seconds remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. This is your 32nd Chiang Kai-shek College Evergreen Athletic Association Basketball Tournament Group A action. Christopher Rodriguez puts up the shot and gets fouled first with exactly 12 seconds remaining. That last foul is called against Jonathan Ong. There'll be 2 free throws for Christopher Rodriguez. Rodriguez hits the first of 2 free throws. 4 points for the night. Make that. Oh, that's still 4 points. And Gan with the putback, and it's good. Off the miss from Christopher Rodriguez. And Batch 90 still alive in this one. Down by 1 point, 58-57. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the conclusion of this one.
This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift. Now within your reach. This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift. Now within your reach. This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift. Now within your reach. This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent.
We got 9.2 seconds remaining in this one. This one going down the wire as Batch 1990 scored 3 points in a single possession. 1 free throw from Rodriguez and Gary Gan with the putback downstairs. Peter Nang gets fouled by Henderberg Ting. And this time it will be Peter Nang that will be tested from the free throw line. .4 seconds remaining. Nang makes the first of 2. Batch 88 still has 1 more timeout left. They could advance the ball past mid-court. Peter Nang, second free throw, rolls in. That's 2 out of 2. And timeout called here by Batch 1990 with 7.4 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter.
This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift. Now within your reach. This is not just a lift. It's a statement of design. Seamless, silent, and safe. Swedish engineering at its finest. Upgrade your home. Elevate your lifestyle. A Redco home lift. Now within your reach.
This is your 32nd Chiang Kai-shek College Evergreen Athletic Association Basketball Tournament Group A action. Batch 1990 down by 3 points. They go to Gan. Corner 3 off the mark. Now Rodriguez recovers the loose ball but steps out of bounds. At exactly 1 second remaining, and that might be it for Batch 1990. They had their opportunities, and that concludes this one. Batch 88 winning over Batch 1990 60-57. What a victory here for Batch 88 as they are one game away from sweeping the elimination round and possibly getting the number 1 seed and the incentives as well. And that concludes our broadcast of the 32nd Chiang Kai-shek College Evergreen Athletic Association Basketball Tournament. Group A action. On behalf of the hardworking people behind the scenes here at CBA Production, my name is Yagada Paz signing off for now. This is your 32nd Chiang Kai-shek College Evergreen Athletic Association Basketball Tournament Group A action. And we bid you good night from the beautiful city of Manila.
Nicole,
Yes, sir.
saan pwede mag-barbecue dito? Ganun yung sinasabi
This
mo.
way, sir. Papakita ko na sa inyo kung saan kayo pwede mag-barbecue and have a drinks with your friend.
Basta na yun.
Ito po ang
Living the
ating
life.
sun deck.
Sundeck na napaka-init. Pero napakaganda. Ang ayos, pwede ko lagyan ng barbecue dyan, pwede ko lagyan ng sopa dito,